Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more of the multi-consumer products playthrough of Stellaris using the MegaCorp DLC. At the end of the last video, I talked about doing something that would really be good for us, and that's to get the Imperium of Verver to be in a Federation. We currently can't get them to do so, and they are saying no by 7. So we could try and spike it by bribing them. The problem is I don't know if I have enough currency on hand to bribe them enough to spike it enough. So how much could we commit to this? Because we definitely want to make sure it's going to spike their relationship up a lot. So I could sell 100 of these to get 891. We're currently losing food because I moved some farmers around. You could sell 500 of these. Get that. Okay. We'll want to wait before we do that again, because we don't want the value to go down too much. Fortunately, we can't do groups lower, so we're going to do that. And of course, it's going to lower the value, so we probably don't want to do that again for a little while. Oh. Oh yeah, okay. We don't have a lot of any of our other resources. I mean, again, we could sell food. Get a little bit more. And then 5k might be enough. Let's see if it would be. So let's go ahead and sell the 1,000 food. And I'm going to bribe them 5k. I mean, that's a lot of resources being dumped here. But I figure energy credits are pretty universal. And bribing these guys wouldn't necessarily be bad if they're our allies. They're just going to use the energy credits for things that benefit them, which, if they're our allies, that benefits us kind of indirectly. So let's go ahead and try it. I hope we can get enough out of them. Otherwise, this is a huge expenditure. I forget it. Shift is 100. What would be 1,000? Roll. That's 10. Alt. No. Okay, well, we'll just do it by 100, because I'm not exactly sure how to move it more than that. And I'm not getting that in the tooltip, so oh well. Alright, 77. Let's see if it will work. Okay, they have to accept it first. Okay, they did. So let's take a look at them. Oh wow, that really spiked their relationship with us. A lot more than I thought it would, but alright. Important thing is, did we get a federation out of it? Okay, acceptance by 1, so it was just barely enough. Confirm. Alright, we did it. Wow, I guessed right there.
A federation is nothing without the free movement of goods
and cool.
Services.
So we have them in a federation now. Now, I probably will not be able to get these guys in myself, but we could offer them association status, which still is good. What does that do? We can offer them association with this will increase their trust of us. Okay, that's good. Yeah, definitely. Up to a maximum of 100. I'm not sure what a maximum is now, but sure, we'll do that because they'll be willing to do it. And then we may... yeah, and we're voting yes. I'm not sure if the Imperium Verver will, but they should like these guys because they already have alliances with them, or they did. We also now know a lot more about the galaxy, which is cool. But now we have gained quite a bit more power. Another thing I'm not really sure about is how this is going to change some of our relationships. Okay. Now, the reason we did that is because of these guys. We need to counter them. Even if we don't do it directly, we need to counter them and make sure that they and their alliances are not a super threat to us. So that's why we did what we did. So let's go ahead and continue here. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Yeah, so we did vote for that. Yeah, okay, cool. That is going to increase our relationship with them. We can get rid of some of this. Oh, yeah, we are surveying. Okay. So that we did. All right, cool. We can get rid of all these messages now. All right, so cool. That was something I've been wanting to do. Obviously, that costs us a lot of resources to enact. Oh, what happened here? Ah, okay, we got a population point. What is our concern to us? Now, as far as food production goes, we're fine there. We have farmer slots. We just haven't filled them out at the moment. So we're good there. The big thing that we kind of need is just more consumer goods. So we already have a couple civilian factories. We're just going to keep cranking it out. I mean, really. I did make my people decadent, which is one of the reasons we need minerals, of course. So we'll wait until we have those minerals. But everything is going pretty nicely, I would say. Oh. Yeah, you know what? We could buy them, I guess. Market. They're not worth that much, so... Sure, we'll go with that. Now we can do it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab the civilian industries. I really need tech to upgrade this. I did have that tech come up once, but I didn't take it because I think we didn't have the other resources at the time. But I'm desperately wanting that technology to come back now and be available because we really, really need it. Thankfully, in a month, we're gonna get the this tech done, so maybe it will pop up. Hopefully, if we cross our fingers, that is indeed what will happen.
Research actualized.
Okay, so we knew that was going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Civilian fabricators. So we didn't have this resource at the time, but we just unlocked a resource that allows us to, or technology to be able to get that resource. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until another building slot opens up, but I think on our home planet, Gorath, we're close to doing that. You know, see, this is the kind of thing. You want fusion missiles, because we're kind of lacking weaponry at the moment. But this is so important for us, we need to have this. So yeah, we're gonna go with the nano circuit assembly. We've got our best engineer, our best scientist on that, 90%, so this should happen relatively quickly. You know what, we could switch what this is now, because we're gonna be upgrading. You know what, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to cancel it. Okay, so what we need then is the ability to produce. Where is it? There it is. Synthetic crystal plant. So we can produce 2 synthetic crystals. That may only be enough to get a couple of these civilian industries upgraded, but it'll still be pretty important for us. That'll do more than building another civilian industry, because that only gives us 2 artisan jobs, whereas the upgrade gives us 5 artisan jobs. So that would be definitely a better deal. So we're gonna go ahead and do the synthetic crystal plant. Okay, better use of our resources. Cool. And hopefully we can get that up and running in time.
Upscaling complete.
We also probably have traders we could deal with to get us those rare crystals as well. Obviously, that's going to need us to have money, but we should be all right in that regard. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to do is build a city district. We unfortunately don't have the minerals to do that just yet, but we will get those minerals fairly soon. So I'm not too worried about it.
Future market survey complete.
Okay, so that system has been finished. Unfortunately, it's a crappy system with not much in it. Say our survey over here. These guys are surveying over here, so that's starting to be worrisome. But we are going to work to get these. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to expand up this way first, because we don't want these guys to come down and start taking systems from us. They're going to have to come down here anyway. I mean, they could leapfrog over things, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they stumble upon this and get some ships killed. Alright, so we do know that we now have to watch this stuff carefully to see if any systems are occupied. At the moment, I don't see any icons that don't match the Empire in question. But this war is fairly new, so we're going to have to probably wait for those kind of things to happen. I do hope that all of these guys working together, because these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys, and these guys all fighting this guy and this guy, I'm hoping that they'll be able to work it out. But these guys probably haven't arrived yet. They're coming across, so that's a possibility. If we have the cash, we could get these guys to raid these guys to kind of distract them, but it didn't really work last time, so I'm not sure if it would this time either. Okay, ruler gained a trait. Usually have to actually click on them to see what trait they got. Ah, okay. Monthly influence. That's good. Okay, another starbase is constructed. Let's go ahead and get these. Oh, but we need the minerals. Alright, you know what? Because we need the minerals, I'm not going to exploit those resources just yet. I'm just going to go ahead and build an outpost over this way. Yeah, that's the biggest thing holding back our empire, is just the acquisition of resources. We just don't have the resources to do the various things we need to do. We need minerals to build up our fleet. We just don't have those resources.
Incoming inquiry.
Oh, good. What is this? Okay. Mandate of Loken would like to cooperate more closely with the favorable axis. Leaving aside question of membership, would you consider granting us association status? Oh, these guys. Yeah, of course. Of course we would. So we have to see if our other members will vote on that. Or member, I should say. The question is, how far away are they? Oh, they're at war. So they cannot be... They can be an associate, but they cannot be a member yet. Alright.
Market outlier identified.
Okay, let's see what happened here. So the favorable axis voted... Oh, that's what we're called. For a second I was like, who is the favorable axis? That's me. We need to change that name because that's stupid, but... We'll see, we'll see. I mean, if we get these guys, we control a pretty decent section of the galaxy. I mean, because I kind of have control of these guys. So it'd be this, all this, and if we get the Mandate of Loken, it'd be all the way over there. Now that does kind of put us in a compromising position. And these guys may also be controlled by the Mandate of Loken. I'm not sure. I don't know the Caravan Coalition. We'd have to look at them. These guys. Oh, they're a trade league. So they have no diplomatic. What is their deal? Oh. Okay. So we can do different microtransactions with them? Let's just... Okay, what does it say? Sapiens with psychological profiles particularly vulnerable to addictive activities are advised to stay away from the slots and reliquaries. If they hate fun, that is. I was open a reliquary like open a loot box. Oh, that's... I made that connection before I thought about it, but I think they are making that kind of joke, as it were. Alright, well, let's continue here. Now, I forget. Did I do this? No, I haven't done that yet. We don't necessarily... No, it's not Regulus. It's Hicklum that we want the thing. We need 450, which we do now have. Okay, cool. Now I can use minerals for other things. Okay, dokie. How is our people? How is our people doing happiness wise? Hey, that's not that bad. We have everybody is happy. They're at least above 60%, at least on Goroth. Let's see on our other planet, 74%. Okay, our workers aren't as happy on Hiklam. That's all right. All right, cool. We're doing all right, and I think that's just because of the art stuff that we've done. That has helped. We also have the holo theaters, so they must be really good holo theaters. We must have actually good movies on. All right, well, we might as well go ahead and speed up here because there's not a whole lot going on while we don't have a whole lot of resources to do things with.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, so we now have control of that sector. Because we have gained control of that sector, everything else that we want to have is unattainable by our enemy because they have to go through us to get it. Well, I say that, but they've closed borders with me, so I assume that's the same. You know, honestly, I don't know. Let's actually check that. I would imagine that that's both ways, but you know, you never know. Let's see. Close the borders for... Oh, I clicked on the wrong people. Whoops. I want these guys. Borders are always closed towards rivals, yeah. So they can't go through my territory. So at this moment they can't go in this interior section. So that's good. And I would assume likewise with our subsidiary, those seem to just kind of automatically close borders off to people. I could always check that, of course. What are they again? The Vem Star Accord? I don't think they like me because I kind of forced them to be with me. Star Accord. Maybe they've come around over time. They're there. Guess they're doing a little bit better. Yeah, so they have closed borders too. Alright, so the important thing is there. So if these guys continue to expand up here, that will eventually close this stuff off from the bad guys. So that's good. And then this horrible beast will kill them if they try and go that way. So, yay! Oh, so what do we want to do then? Well, I don't have enough minerals to do a whole lot right now. We could go back to this system. I guess we might as well. Enter orbit for now. Now, do we have the ability? Okay, so it only costs 180 to upgrade. We're not quite in that position where this is going to make a lot of sense. Yeah, I could get a little bit of trade value, but not yet. I think we wait because we have those alloy. We have alloy uses other places. So, all right. And how far we are from that technology? Okay, we've got 5 months before this one goes. That one I think I just more did because I didn't like really any of the choices, which sometimes is what happens. All right, let's take a look real quick at the war and what's going on here. So nothing occupied here. Interestingly enough, they don't really have that many systems controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4. Despite, well, I mean, colonized, considering how much territory they actually have. Whereas these guys seemingly have a lot of planets, but they're not involved in the war, so we don't need to worry about them. I don't see anything occupied here. I don't see anything occupied here. These guys seem okay. They're the ones being attacked. Now, we don't know if they own any of these systems, but I think we still get that indication if somebody owns systems. So I don't really see any of the bad guys' little things there. So this war is still young, and the Mandate of Loken is involved in that war, and I don't really see any occupation there, but I don't really expect to see a lot of occupation of these two guys who are involved. Okay, so now that we've kind of seen that there's not really any occupation, let's see how the war is going from the standpoint of the exhaustion factor. So the defender war exhaustion is higher than the attacker war exhaustion. So in theory, the attackers are winning, but it's not a big difference right now. All right, well, it was worth taking a look at all that stuff, just seeing how the war is going. But obviously, I actually have to manually look at how the war is going because this is really the only data I've got on how the war is going. And it's, as we've seen, is not accurate. Because last time, these guys were getting their asses kicked, but it was constantly saying that the enemy, their enemy, had more attrition than them, which, you know, I was thinking that they were winning, but they weren't. They were definitely not winning. Even though the war kind of went their way when it ended. In any case, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.